It is Saturday, April 17th. Taking a look at the garden. I got this new obelisk this week, which will go somewhere. I just built it and put it there. Cool little plant stands, curlicue things that I got from Goodwill. That would be nice once I've got actual things to put in them. Still need to clean out the bird bath. I did put some bird seed in the bird feeder, but they've eaten a lot of it. Doesn't need to be refilled yet though. And the deck generally needs a sweep and a little bit of a cleanup, as does a lot of areas on the property. Let's see what's going on in the garden. I did put down another couple bags of mulch here at the front to make this a little neater. We widened the path a little so that this year we should be able to get the wheelbarrow in the path. We laid down the irrigation for most of the garden, maybe half of it. I need to go get a few more soaker hoses to finish the rest, but we got some of it done, pinned down all nice and neat. Planted here. Planted my kale this week. Let's see how it's doing. Doing pretty well. These will grow up big and strong and be tasty, tasty. And they're all doing okay. 12 kale plants total, 3 of each type. I have dinosaur, I have an all-stars mix, a ragged jack, and this is a dazzling blue. We'll see how those do. And that got planted. In this bed here, I planted Brussels sprouts. Let's see how they're doing. Pretty good. So these will get big, so we gave them a lot of space. I only have 5 in this bed. They're all the same type. And I put this great cedar mulch down. It smells really nice. In this bed, under these leaves, I had planted some potatoes. And I'm just seeing a couple little shoots come up. Some might be weeds and some might be potatoes. So that area will be big and grown soon. So the potatoes sprout and come up. In this area we had peas. Last week they weren't sprouted at all. Over the course of the week I noticed they were all coming up. So I did 2 things. I came in with some mulch just in between them, just so they don't get competition from other things trying to grow there. And then I put these simple teepees. This is just some sticks and a zip tie. This will give them something to climb up when they get big. They're not climbers really, but they do get floppy. These are all just snap peas. They get floppy, so this will give them just a little bit of support. The rest of the garden is still pretty fallow. We've got stuff down over things to kill off the winter wheat bit by bit, or at least make it a little easier when we come through to plant. Over here, this section is my salad section. Right now I have some radishes. Those need to be thinned. And then a couple of rows of, I don't know, what was supposed to be spinach. Not sure if it really is. And a row of carrots, some of which, I mean, they look like they're coming up. So those little guys are the carrots. These little guys, maybe spinach. They are in rows, which is how I planted them. But they look a little like grass seed to me. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. So I don't know. I think maybe they're spinach. So I've never had good luck with spinach. In this area here, this whole section, I put down irrigation and just lots and lots and lots of seeds of lettuces and things. I don't see anything sprouting quite yet. We had a lot of rain in the last couple of days, so I sort of expect these to leap out of the ground. This whole area is just covered in seeds. I grew like lettuces and things like that super thickly, so it'll grow and I'll come and harvest when they're real young, some baby salads, and then leave some to grow bigger. I also have some lettuces to plant out that are like little seedlings. Well, that's that area. And then check on our broccolis and cauliflowers and things. They all seem to be doing pretty well, actually. Got some onion starts planted in between them. The leaves all around are their mulch, so it's there on purpose. Various types of broccoli, cauliflower, and a couple kohlrabi. That's a kohlrabi there. And look, I've got a volunteer popping up. Not sure what that is, but it might be a zinnia. I'm not sure what this mess is. We had a really rainy last couple days. So that's that. And then I've got the rest of the garden, and you know, we're weeks away from planting out the garden. So really I have a few things that have to be done this week. I'm gonna plant some more. Oh, over here, let's check this out. This area here, when you first come in, will be where we have all of our herbs and things. So you can just duck out and get something if you're cooking. So in this patch, empty patch, I planted cilantro, and in that patch I planted parsley. I still need to come out and do dill, and maybe some other things. And I've also got some chives and onions and that kind of thing. Oh, maybe I need to start some like bunching onions somewhere, or some like, you know, green scallion type things in this area. So I'll maybe come out and do that. I don't see anything growing yet in these. I planted them on the 11th, but we had two really good rainy days, last 2 days. So I'm sort of imagining that will make these guys come up. So I have a few things more to plant out and do, but mostly I need to get these paths mulched and the garden just picked up a little bit more. It's still pretty messy. Let's check out our garlic. It is super big. I did not do anything to it last week. And in between the garlic is growing all sorts of weeds and stuff. So I really do need to come out and weed this and mulch it before it gets out of hand. But they're doing real nice. around a lot this week. This whole patch is garlic. And that grapevine here is definitely alive. I totally see a million buds. So that is awesome. So I'm going to probably just, plant it right here where it is. So I can just live here and grow up this trellis. It's fine here. Seems happy enough. Considering it did all of that growing, even just being in the pot it came in, just sat it here and I didn't do anything to it at all. I literally just left it here and forgot. Last year we were doing so many things. It was an afterthought, but I'll plant it in the ground here and it can just have this arch to grow on. Let's see. Back circle is still just messy. Most things are still just messy. And we've got this back area. Absolutely psyched to grow things here. It'll need a little more shaping, and I have to put down some, soil and stuff along the edges here to grow things, but it's gonna be nice. The one thing I should do in the meanwhile is have all these lights, just little solar lights, and they're a little haphazard, and there are a lot of them, so I might pull some of them to use in other places. Have some lights up on the deck or something and pull a couple of these off and leave a few, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different strings of lights on here in not a particularly neat fashion. They don't look great when they're lit up, so maybe doing something more deliberate with the lights would be good. All right, and that's it for gardens for right now. Still very, very early in the season. Not much is growing, but we got the start.